Hello. Oop, I can hear myself. Can everybody hear me now? Okay, so we just gotta turn down the computer. We do the upper left where the mic is, or the sound thing is. Yeah, take that down. Everybody can hear me now? You gotta start the new year off with something new going wrong, right? Because every time something happens, it's something we've never dealt with before. Like this. So I'm gonna try to speak up because I'm not even too sure which device is picking up my voice. The microphone wasn't working. So I'm just gonna try to yell a little bit. So as I started off saying, but you couldn't hear me, that welcome to 2024, and I'm Chessa, and I'm in the Checker warehouse, and I'm ready to share some of the newest sewing and quilting products that are available to order on our website. Checker distributors stock quilt shops with the latest quilting notions, patterns, books, fabrics. And if you're a shop owner watching this, you can easily just put these things in your shopping cart. And if you're a consumer, just go to your local quilt shop and ask them to order it from us if they haven't already. Now, we are the go-to for quilt shops all around the world. So that means, are any of our customers in Europe planning to attend H&H in Cologne, Germany? Because we are going to be there, well, not me specifically, but Byron and Jim are going to be there. And if you would like a free one-day show admission and local train travel ticket, be sure to request those with your appointments. And I believe we might have already put it in the comments, but we're going to put it in again. We're going to add Byron's info and his email in the comments so that you can reach out to him directly. So H&H that takes place in Cologne is the world's biggest meeting place for the creative, handcraft, and hobby suppliers. We are going to be in Hall 11.1. So come see the current trends in fabric and notions and learn about our consolidated shipping program exclusively for our European customers. Today, I'm going to be sharing samples from Quilted Garden Designs, Orange Blossom Quilts, Farmer's Daughters, Art East Quilting Company, Sassafras Lane Designs, Quilty Love, and even more. And as a special bonus, we even have Amy Berkman joining us later in this episode to talk about her new Treasured Threads collection. If your shop's going to call you away midstreams, there are no worries because this video is going to stay right here on Facebook and YouTube, and you can always come back and watch it if you have to step away, so there's no worries. One of my favorite posts I've seen on social media from a few of you guys is how you stick a Creative Girls ruler in the snow to report how many inches of snow you have received. How much snow do you guys have right now? A lot of ours is kind of melted. We've been getting hit with a lot of rain the past 2 days. So it's finally starting to melt, but we were getting up there. But I've seen reports or pictures from people with 10 inches, even up to a foot. So let us know in the comments how much snow you have. Let's see who is watching today. Hello to Carol and Carla. Hello to Susan. Hello, Hillary and Leah. I think I saw Leah earlier saying that I looked nice, but you couldn't hear me, but now you can hear me and see me. So best of both worlds. Let's just go ahead and jump right in with this new book that is from Quiltmania. So after the success of her first two books, Parallel Lines and Alchemy, go to the first guy. Yep. And there we go. So this is Pamela Dindorf, and this book is specifically devoted to the role of Prince in her quilts. You can, first page I open to, you can see the design from the print fabrics, and you're going to use the painter's approach, and there is going to be selective cutting. She's going to share her thoughts and techniques, and it's just always spectacular. There are 16 quilts that have been specifically chosen just to illustrate her theory. And you're going to have everything from traditional piecing to applique and even sewing on the backing. So this is Print Matter from Quilt Mania. Next up, if you guys remember our last episode, I talked about how we have been working with C&T directly to get actual samples from the books I show you. So this book from C&T is called Stump Work Embroidery and Thread Painting. And this is by Megan Zanussi. And here is just an example of the amazing stuff you can do with it with your thread painting. And here's another one. So these help you, this book will help you create a breathtakingly realistic home decor and accessory projects with your thread painting techniques. There's very intricate insects and fuzzy creatures, and it's broken down into very simple stitches, and that just makes this book accessible to all skill levels. You have miniature embroidery as well that can do small pendants and maybe frames. So again, from C&T Publishing, thank you so much for getting us samples of stump work embroidery and thread painting. And they were also kind enough to donate the book for us to give away to one of our lucky customers. So make sure you stay tuned for info on that. Next, from Katie Cupcake, we have an assortment of some lighthearted cards. They even come with your envelope. She got handmade Christmas for next season, handmade love, and some other stuff. I had the quilt label for this the last time, and I towed the line to see what I could actually say on live. Friends know the art of giving from the heart. I love you. And this beautiful floral card. So this is perfect for not only just your quilty friends, but just anybody. They're very cute, they're very fun and bright, and they just go with everything. So next we're gonna, yes, thank you. We're gonna talk about this beautiful pattern behind me that you've probably already seen. We've posted it on social media, we've shared it on social media, we used it in all of our promo pictures. This is Classic Hearts. This was designed by Devinder Quilty Love. We have several of her patterns. I myself actually have done one of her patterns, this blue and white quilt. You probably haven't seen it, but Cindy, that blue and white one I did, that was from her. Their patterns are written very easy to understand. There are tons of size options, and the fabric requirements are broken down really easy. So this one is actually her 6th love kind of heart themed quilt in her line. Again, this is called Classic Hearts. And there are 5 size options. You can use fat quarters, fat eighths, quarter yards, half yards. You can always use your scraps, so you know we're big scrap people here. So Classic Hearts from Quilty Love. Next up, we have another Valentine's pattern. So you probably already know and love this one. It's not new, but it is a consistent top seller every year. It is from Cutlass Press, and it's called Crazy Hearts. It was designed by Carla Alexander, and it is made using her Creative Grids Spiderweb quilt ruler. So everything you can get all from us here at Checker. You might have seen in an email and a social post that we did with this featuring Maria, and she actually did the border using the Gypsy Quilter scrap tape just to kind of use up some scraps, because you are cutting up fabric, you are going to have little pieces left over. So it was just a great idea. So that was Crazy Hearts, a different take on maybe her crazy Christmas trees that you have seen, and that is also very popular. Same kind of concept, same ruler, different holiday. Next, we have 3 new patterns from Sassafras Lane. Up first is Color Burst. This is a beautiful paper piece block pattern, and it's going to include your full foundation and your full size foundation paper piecing instructions. You're going to dig into your scrap bins or maybe your stash to make this. Of course, you are always welcome to buy more fabric to make a project. Me and Maria were looking at this the other day and talking about what if you just made a bunch of these and just turned it into a quilt? That would be really cute. So you got the great color wheel kind of look going on here, but obviously you can do it in any color that you hope to do it in. Now this next one, oh, I died when I saw it. You want to just hold that a little bit? The Crosby Cruiser. You have your retro van. Oh, I love these so much. My husband wants one really bad. We talk about them all the time. This is just so adorable. And just like look at the difference the color makes. So this is Crosby Cruisers. It's 12 by 18. There's a wall hanging. I kind of giving me placemat vibes.
Summertime placemats.
Summertime placemats. Now we're all hoping for summer, right?
No.
It doesn't feel like it right now. So Crosby Cruiser. Thank you. Lastly, from Sassafras Lane is the Quick Zippy Pouch. So this is a fun, kind of classic take, kind of modern on just a pouch. You have your kind of fun shape. You got your zipper. The fun thing about this design is though it looks small, it can hold a lot of stuff in there. It's quite large. And you even have the little attachments here, so you can add a strap to it if you wanted to. And then they made a fun version where they cut out a little piece here so that you could have your dog bags in it. This is a great fashionable way to clean up after your pet's on a walk. One more sample I have here. Great for the cork. You see they're using cork in this a lot. And the bright fun zippers. It's all stuff we have. So very cute from Sassafras Lane. Next up is from Art East Quilting Company. Another one. We have so many. We always have great ones, but I about died when I saw this.
I'm obsessed.
The mini clues. It's a Highland cow quilt pattern.
Look at their hats.
It is just so stinking cute. So it's actually a new and kind of fresh take on their original cattle call quilt pattern, which is also very popular. And so this one's finishing at 52.5 by 62.5. It has your beautiful cows. I don't know what's going on in the warehouse out there. And as Alyssa's pointing out, you can even put little cute little hats on them. Looks like, oh, if you feel like they actually used flannel. Yeah, they use different fabric in it. That's cool. So you can make it without the hat. You can make it with the hat. They have different blocks in the border. You have the big, that one's a lot bigger, and you have your smaller. So you have different variations, which then always lead to being able to size the pattern up, make the pattern smaller, make a matching pillow sham. So from Artie's Quilting Company is Mini Coos.
So cute.
I know, I loved it when I unwrapped it. I was like, and now we have another one from them. Switching gears, still adorable. It's called So Placed Like Home, and it is inspired by the wonderful Wizard of Oz. So you can see here, no place like home. You have all of your characters, your monkey, your Tin Man. You have your witch down there. Dorothy over here. Oh, just hit my head up. Okay. Got a little too excited, a little bit too close to the backdrop.
Even
there.
the poppy flowers.
Yeah, very cute. Again, this was another one from Art East Quilting Company. So they gave me some good points on this. You could obviously sell the pattern by itself. Here, it's a whole book. You have all your fabric requirements on the back, but you could even use the kit. I mean, you could turn it into a block of the month. You could do it with the borders, without the borders. They created the concept and you can just run with it. So, very, very cute. Next, did you see our email that was about the new quilt tags from Sarah Hartz? If not, or even if you did, we're going to take a closer look at them. Yes, I have all of them. And even more dies. They come in these really great packaging. This makes me think of like brown paper bags. So it just lots of cute, fun little designs. This one says, "Thanks, I made it." Handmade. There are 50 styles, 50 designs. You can see them all on our website. They're fully washable. You can even put them in the dryer. Just lots of great designs, which reminds me, if you bring it back up, Cindy, sorry. This one actually was using the tags on the back. So we have made in 2024 now. She had the made in 2023 gold quilt tag. So I love it when a plan comes together and you didn't even plan it. But so yes, lots and lots of great quilt tags. That one now I'll have to clean up. There's some that say like, oh, this one's made in the suburbs. There's made in the mountains over there. I'm probably gonna take that one because I'm a mountain person. Might not currently be in the mountains, but I'm thinking of it. They come in packs of, I believe they're all 8. Thank you. Okay. So next, you might have already seen these on our bi-weekly What's New. If you don't get those emails, you got to make sure you subscribe because every 2 weeks we're sending out a bi-weekly email that contains just the newest items that came in the previous 2 weeks. So it's a great way to stay on top of what's new. So these are from Madam So. They are quilt storage bags. We have them in a couple different colors. There's not a lot to them. They're not heavy. They're not bulky. They expand to 22 by 15 by 8, which is easily going to fit 2 double quilts. There's a transparent cover here so that you can easily at a glance see what you have in here so you don't have to go through a bunch of them. Like I said, they're not heavy because they're this very kind of breathable material, so it's really just going to help protect and keep your blankets, your fabric, even your pillows and your clothing, just keep everything safe, clean, and organized. We always try for that organized. So next here on the table I have from Purple Moose Designs is this Quilters Block Party card game. So it's perfect for quilt guilds, retreats, quilt shops. There's no drawing skills required. You don't even have to be a quilter. Anyone can play. You're just going to split up your teams and everyone on the team gets to try to guess what the quilt block's called. But it's kind of like Pictionary because you're going to use drawings to kind of help them. So like the bear's paw, what would you draw to try to get someone who isn't a quilter to guess that block? Try to draw a real bear's claw. I'm a big card game person. We always play card games. They're awesome. Next up, I have some items from Renaissance Ribbons. These were on the cover of our sale flyer. You have Everglow, and then we also have Birds and Bees. Just wish these ones. And then Everglow. So these are Tula Pink designs. They have very vibrant energy. You know how she is. They're actually reversible ribbons, and you just have that lovely bright color. And they're 7/8 wide. They're a woven jacquard ribbon. Next up from Fiberworks is their collab with Sew Tights. These magnetic flowers. They definitely look like Fiberwork design, which is Laura Heine. Definitely give off her vibe. So they're a great way to keep your collage pattern, your fusing, your mat, or your other foundation together when creating collages. You guys know how Sew Tights work. Are very nice and strong magnets. So this is an exclusive Laura Heine design you can get from us. Next up is the Angler pattern, which is by Stitch & Sisters. How cute are these? We have cute bags today. Just lots of different designs. Ooh, that's very cool. They sent lots of them. You can just see the different sizes. The different zippers can do. I mean, this one is my favorite. I like the bright. But this, you got your vinyl, so it's actually see-through here as well, so that you can just see what you have in it. You have your pencils. This one's mesh. This, I can't think of the word. It's like a vinyl. I can't think of it, but it washes away easily. So this would be a great one to carry your markers in. It's just gonna wash right away. This is a nice cork. So great pattern from Stitch & Sisters, the Angler. So next up, if you saw, I like to refer to our emails. I hope you get our emails. We, right before the end of the year, sent an email about our newest pattern vendors, and Laura Strickland of Orange Blossom Quilts was one of them. She's an art quilter and pattern designer, and they kind of have a mid-century, modern, pop culture kind of aesthetic. And first up is Blowing in the Wind. Kind of reminds me of a dandelion. I think that's what we were going for.
Like puff.
Yeah, so they're beautiful circles. You can even see the quilting. She did rainbow color quilting. So this kind of gives you your 1970 vibes. Blowing in the Wind. Give you an idea of what the pattern cover is. The next one we have for her is Jingle All the Way. We have it as a wall hanging and a pillow cover. Got the wall hanging. So again, we have your retro kind of car. This one kind of looks like a bug. And it is just stacked full of presents. And then, you know, so the option to do it as a pillow. Isn't it so cute?
Oh my god.
And this one's all done up. You have your bow on your packages. You have the strings coming off your car. You have your puffs on the back or on the borders here. Nice scrappy design on the background here to finish the pillow off. So that is called Jingle All the Way. Next up is Wide Open Spaces. Cute. Got your windmill going on here. So this is from her series that's kind of a modern farmhouse chic. And it's just kind of minimalistic patterns that kind of catch that aesthetic. And so you have your very large scale with your lot of white space. You can see that she kind of even does the concept of thread painting. Yep, Alyssa's pointing out there. And that quilting, there's a barn back there. So kind of minimalist and modern and just really fun. That was Wide Open Spaces. Now we have a couple more. We have Don't Be Afraid, Be a Frida. That is inspired by the Well-Behaved Woman Rarely Makes History collection. It contains this minimal portrait of Frida Kahlo, who is that recognized iconic brow and hairstyle. Next up is Somewhere. Again, another one with your great little circles. I haven't looked that much into it, but I wonder if the Karen K. Buckley Perfect Circles could be used for this. You have all those circles in there. Maria would know. But this one as well, you have multiple size options, which we always appreciate. And lastly is True Colors. Now, me and Alyssa are graphic designers, so I mean, this kind of hits home. It's like a paint palette, and you got 26 colors. This one was done in, she was doing it to do the alphabet, it said. So, and actually you can see in the bottom here, your nice paintbrush. So, True Colors. Thank you. That was last from Orange Blossom Quilts, which is Laura Strickland. Next up, I have one from Farmer's Daughters. It's called Farmer's Choice. Thank you. It's great for your feature fabric. It's a table topper. It's just 3 fat quarters, which is going to include your binding. It's super easy to kit and make, and just your favorite focal print would look fabulous. I've told you guys this before, I hate cutting up my fabric because I'm always afraid it's going to lose the design in it. So this is a great way to keep it. Thank you. Next up, we're getting into that spring spirit with Janine Babbage Designs. This is Hop into a Spring. And this would be great for a sit and embroider class, or you can even use it to demonstrate a digital cutting machine if you have those in your store. So hop into spring. Next up is a new one from Kitchen Table Quilting called the Charlotte Quilt. Kind of reminds me of a lattice fence here. It's fun, it's versatile, it's just what you need. It's jelly roll friendly. It's actually a jelly roll friendly version of the Betty or Tessa quilt patterns that they have designed. Of course, you can always cut up your strips to that size if you don't already have jelly rolls, but I know a lot of people shop specifically for things using pre-cuts, and the Charlotte quilt would be a great one for that. And next up is from Quilted Garden Designs. Now, we all have those old t-shirts that we won't part with. Mom, are you listening? Because I know we could do this for Dad. Those shirts that you just won't part with, but it's not being worn anymore. We're just gonna trim it, add some stabilizer, some buttons, and what do you get? Your favorite t-shirt bag. How fun is that to repurpose? You can have little pockets here on the front. Just a great way. Maybe you've gotten a stain on something, but you're not ready to get rid of it. So this is from Quilted Garden Designs. You can even add the self-made tassel. The directions are included for all of it. I have one more model to show you and a couple more notions before we bring Amy on. Thank you. Yeah, I don't think those are wrong or right way. It's good to check though, because you know I always do that. So this is from Snuggles Quilts, and there are jelly rolls or layer cakes, and you're going to use those to create this log cabin atop. It is just a beautiful backdrop. We love log cabin. I mean, Creative Grids is right there. We love our log cabins. It's the first quilt you should do is log cabins. You got some nice applique on here. And you could even do this in wool if you wanted to. I always have options. Thank you very much. Next, I think we sent an email about this too. The Roxanne Temporary Adhesive Spray. That is from Colonial Needle. It's in addition to the already created family of Roxana glue. It's perfect for quilting, sewing, applique, and other fabrics. You're going to use it instead of using pins or thread to baste your binding. It's a fine mist, and you can use it on large or small pieces of fabrics. It's repositionable, but it's not going to transfer to other surfaces. It's not going to stain or damage fabric or clog your needles, which is the big one. So there is that. Now I have a couple pattern covers to show you and a couple big items. And then we're gonna let Amy talk about her stuff. So here on the table, we have lots from Elizabeth Hartman. You have Lloyd and Llama. Most of hers, if not all of them, have instructions to do the matching pillow. I don't know if you've noticed that. Cats in pajamas. I love cats. Swan Island. Berry season. Beehive. Bees are still very trending. Pineapple Farm. Penguin Party. This is not new, but it's a classic. And Greenhouse. From Elizabeth Hartman. And now I have some items that are really big and might be a little hard to see. I'm going to start with the smaller bag. These are from Everything Mary. Thank you. You have your sewing machines, your supplies, all of your stuff can travel in style. There's rolling sewing machine cases, there's totes, there's fabric cases. First up, I have this tote. You have your carry handles. You have your shoulder. You have your very large inside. It also has a pocket here that you can't really see that has that clear vinyl, so you can easily see what's in it. So that's number one. Number two, well, it's actually three different items, but they're matching colorways. So I want to show them all together. You have your fat quarter and fabric case. Keep everything nice and organized. And here, this is an interior compartment. It's a trolley sleeve to put on this giant bag I'm going to show you. Can I give you these? Thank you. Which is this guy. Oh, it does all fit in the camera. Cool. So this comes completely flat. I put it together in probably 7 seconds. It's really easy. It just zippers all up together. You have side pockets for extra storage. It does have the handle. It has 4 wheels. I think it's considered extra large. Probably I would consider it extra large. You have your handles for carrying, more front pockets, more pockets in your front pockets. You open the inside. Again, it just zippers all together. It's super easy. Would you look at that? There's even more pockets. And actually, I don't think this was the extra large. This one is the extra large. This one probably took me 11 seconds to put together. You can still see me? So again, you have your lovely luggage handle, sorry, carrying case. Your handles on the top, your pockets on the side. This is great for your larger machines, if your machines have a larger throat. It's so easy and just makes it so nice. My first quilting class I went to, I didn't have one of these, and I was carrying my machine in like a brown bag, and it totally started to rip. It was so embarrassing. So we have these in different colors, different designs, different styles. These are from Everything Mary. You can see them on our website as well. I know it's kind of hard to see on table. So that was it for my new items today. So next, Amy's going to join us to share what she's been up to lately. So let's welcome Amy. We're going to have to unmute her.
Hello? Can you hear me? Hi, Chessa. I can't hear you. How we doing? Let's see. Hold on 1 second. Let's test my audio. They can hear me? Okay, I can't hear them. Audio good. Well, that's great. You can hear me. Hi, everybody. I guess I'll just take over and I'll get started. I was thinking maybe Chessa and I were going to have a little conversation, but I'm ready to go and I'm so excited to be here. I'm going to talk about Treasured Threads, a new line that I've released with Colonial Patterns, who are the makers of Aunt Martha's iron-on transfers and all their wonderful embroidery products. And I'm going to take you through a slideshow today, so hopefully you'll really be able to see things well. And I'll first tell you a little bit about where I am. I'm here in my studio in Kansas City. I have a nice little video studio to broadcast from. So I wanted to get the word out, and I thought, what better way than Checkers Lives, so that Chessa and Lynn and everybody welcomed me on to join you guys today. So I'm going to dig right in and jump into the presentation. Let me go ahead and get that going and see if you can see it from your viewing. Let's see, slide number 1. There we go. All right, it's working. This is just what we needed to happen. So, Treasured Threads, refashion, recycle, relove. That's what we're going to talk about today with this line. And I thought it'd be fun to show a little history of where this came from and my experience. So way back when, this is a picture of my mom and I when I was little, and my mom was making patchwork coats out of damaged quilts. So it's kind of fun that we've come full circle. And you can see there on the right, my mom and I just recently exhibiting at a show. I'm wearing the Anytime Topper. She's wearing a Treasured Threads, a denim shirt that she appliqued with Treasured Threads. So there we are. And my thought is this line will give you a chance to take a leadership role in the slow fashion movement and sustainable sewing with your customers. You can hold their hand through learning more about techniques, learning more about products, and ways that we can all, be thinking about being kind to the earth when it comes to our consumption and our sewing and such. So you'll see as we get started what I'm talking about. So I've partnered and done some events with Eliso, and you can see here, this was I think at Quilt Market just recently. And I'm holding the Missouri Star panel, and I'm also wearing the Missouri Star panel. I have my Anytime Topper pattern on there. And in addition to being at Market and Festival, I'm heading to QuiltCon in Raleigh, and I'll be in their booth demoing their wonderful new M3 Pro iron. And I'll also, Brandy from Quilter on Fire will be there, and I'm actually going to be a guest on her show March 5th. So if you want to, have a lot of fun listening and some more stories about Treasured Threads, tune into Brandy's show. And here are the panels. So the product, let's get to the product. These are the 5 different panels that are available: 2 patchwork, 2 collage, and 1 quilt block. So just a variety of styles that have so many ways. We have so many ways I'm going to share with you to use these. And the other product that launched in companion with the Treasured Threads is the Favorite Fusible Stabilizer. So this is the product that I use when we're embellishing jean jackets and doing 2 of our techniques that I'm going to share with you. This is the product that we recommend. And it does include a pressing sheet that is wonderful when you're working with the the ironing and the fusing of the product for the technique. Now we're going to jump back to the panels first and go, I'm going to explain a little bit about them and then we'll get to the fusible. The panels include patterns. So you receive the panel that you can applique with, sew a project with, but you also, your customer will receive patterns. So the patterns are printable and you will they will access those through a QR code that is in the package. And that's what you see there on the screen where I have it open. And you can see there is a QR code there underneath that bubble that I have. And these are the 3 patterns that your customer will have instant access to: the crossbody bag, the zipper pouch, and the eyeglass case. And so I think these could be a wonderful class project if you wanted to bring the class concept to your store. And this is just showing you another example of working with a different panel. This is the Western Rodeo, and you can see the zipper bag we added buttons to. You can make that, actually that bag, we upcycled a pair of khaki pants, Wranglers, in fact, just for the rodeo. And so you can have a lot of fun with these patterns and get creative with your stitching and embroidery. Mary made this wonderful case. This is the zipper case, and I am sharing that just to show you the hand quilting and embroidery that we've done with this product. It really lends itself to slow stitching, just relaxing and enjoying handwork of all kinds with it. But Mary did an outstanding job in doing embroidery, outlining that rose. You can see the thread. We love using, you can use a variety of threads. We've recently mainly focused on the Sulky 12 weight. We'll talk about that in a little bit. The other thing that is really important that is coming up is in April. I know it's a way away, but it's always good to plan ahead, would be a campaign for Earth Month, Earth Day. And this line could be a great resource for a demo day you host, or maybe a challenge in your store for upcycling and recycling could be fun. And these 2 are examples of where we've used just shirting from the thrift shop combined with some denim. And you can see the one bag is the crossbody on the left and the zipper pouch is on the right. And the other thing that's super exciting that you get with your panel is an online lookbook. So you'll get videos, patterns, and a lookbook with these Treasured Threads panels. And that is, we'll get back to showing some pages of the lookbook when we get to the fusible. But I did want to also mention the fabric lends itself to working with patterns maybe that you already have in your store. And one of them could be, maybe you carry my Fold and Go folio pattern. So what I have here is an example of the Fold and Go folio made up in the postage stamp retro panel. And you can see just how wonderful it is as a hand sewing case that you could travel with. I love the idea that it has these little drawstring bags. You could put buttons in them, thimbles, just a great little carry along. And here's a couple more that we made up in the Treasured Threads. So you can see the Around the World panel and the Missouri Star Blue panel. And keep in mind, the folio is great for jewelry as well as sewing. And then, of course, there's what I'm wearing, which is the Anytime Topper. And that's a great pattern to add a touch of fabric on it that's quilted. What we have here, again, is the Missouri Star. And just putting a placket down the side adds a nice touch. And there I was, met a woman who had the bandana Anytime Topper on at Missouri Star not too long ago. So that's a picture from just a recent show. All right, now you can work with Amy Berkman patterns, but why not look on your pattern wall and how about By Annie patterns? So I have a couple to show you. This is the cosmetic bag, and this is one that my mom, Donna, made for me for this event. And this one uses machine quilting instead of hand quilting. So keep in mind, if you have your people who love machine quilting and love using their machine, this product will lend itself wonderful for that. And we just combined it with some fun ticking. And this is the Roses and Daisies panel. And I also wanted to show with you one live here. And Mary brought this to me actually today. Thank you, Mary. She's over at the computer here. And this is the pattern, the clam up, right, from by Annie. But I just love how our Treasured Threads fabric, the stitching that Mary added. I think, oh, thank you. There you go. I think it's really just totally changes the look. So keep Treasured Threads in mind for any of your embroidery classes that you're doing, hand embroidery or machine embroidery. All right, we'll switch back to the slides. Thank you, Checker. You guys are doing a great job. I appreciate this. All right, let's move on. Yazzie bags. So how many people carry Yazzie bags? They're another great product that you can companion with Treasured Threads. And here you can see where we just added a patch, added an applique. Yazzie gave me these at market, and I'm going to make some more. So stay tuned for more inspiration with ready-made bags. Now on to our fusible. This is the favorite fusible. You can see the new Aliso that I am sharing there. That M3 Pro is fabulous because of the light it has, the auto turn off, the heat that goes to the very tip of that plate really comes in handy when you're doing our method of decorative patch applique or repair patch applique. Those are the two methods that when someone buys the package of the fusible, I'm going to show the package quick, just you don't have to switch to me, but this is the package. And in the package, you will get video tutorials and PDF instructions for these techniques. So let's get into them. This is the decorative applique. So you have a tired jean jacket in your closet. You want to spice it up with a little applique and embroidery, Treasured Threads. That's what you're going to use. Or maybe you need to mend or patch a knee or an elbow. That is when you want to use the repair patch technique. So there you can see a little bit about the method. And all that you need to know about the process and the method is included in the QR code that comes in the package. And you also get a lookbook. So here again are some more ideas for Treasured Threads. And we've had some fabulous designers working with these panels to really come up with innovative ideas and, just handmade style that you're going to want to have for yourself. The fusible has a nice loft, and that's where you can achieve dimension when you do hand quilting. And this is the Western Rodeo. And again, I just love looking into these images and stitching as little or as much as you like. That's the beauty of it. And as far as the foundation it provides, you don't need a hoop. So that's awesome. You stitch with this fabric layered with your favorite fusible stabilizer, and you will not need a hoop. We do, as far as threads, you can use any threads you've got in your shop. I love the 12 weight Crossroads thread from Sulky. That's what you see pictured there. Pearl Cotton Works, Floss. And by the way, I am doing a webinar with Sulky on jean jacket embellishment April 9th. So I'm trying to do my best to get the word out on this and hopefully drive people to your stores to ask for the product and build awareness around it. But that is the Missouri Star panel. That little zipper pouch is one of the free patterns. So why Treasured Threads? fun, fast, and easy applique techniques. I think it's a great way to bring people to your store who want to learn about upcycling, recycling. Maybe they want to sew garments, but they don't want to go deep into techniques and extensive, time in classes. They want some instant gratification. This product provides it because you can use ready-made fashion. And that's the beauty of it. You'll also be able to make samples for your store quickly and easily using, honestly, you go into your closet, you go into a friend's closet, you ask a daughter who has kids, maybe the kids have grown out of some overalls, and there you have some really cute projects that you could make for your store. And again, people now will be wearing what they made from your store. So they're going to be walking billboards essentially for you, which what's better than, word of mouth being recommended, your store being recommended. So here we have jeans and overalls. And these are just, I'm going to run through some other examples of, as I mentioned, looking in your closet or the thrift and refreshing clothing with treasure threads. So here's some fun ideas for jeans, even use colored denim, overalls. Again, if you're using children's sizes of clothes, they're perfect for displays because they're small and people can still actually reasonably imagine what an adult size would look like with the same product. Keep in mind shirts, sweatshirts, and of course, jean jackets. And the jean jackets, I really thought would be a great class event challenge that you could do in your store. Everybody's into jean jackets again. And one thing with the jean jackets, my favorite way to upcycle them is to cut off those cuffs and add some binding. So here's a little example of that. And you could teach these techniques on a demo day. Here's the roses and patches panel. And then this offers, different variations on using a jacket or a shirt and where you can place those panels. Speaking of shirts, I love the idea of upcycling dress shirts because how many thousands, millions and millions of those are there out there? This is just a simple chambray shirt that we cut off the collar and cuffs. Oops, I jumped ahead a little. Let's see, I'm going to go back. Cut off the collar and cuffs and added the detail on the placket, added some pearl buttons, and even stitched them on with a red floss for a little detail. Here's another idea for a jean shirt. And this might be my favorite. Jan Bryan Hunt created this shirt where she found just a fun, lightweight shirt at the thrift store and added treasured threads pockets to it. And then I had overalls that in my closet that were like 20 years old. So I decided to put an overall pocket on the overalls. And you can see also that Michelle's there from Aliso. So she works with Aliso, and we had a great time at the Quilt Festival and Market. It was just busy, full of energy, and we had a lot of fun sharing treasured threads and the M3 Pro project iron. So again, look for that iron as a wonderful cross product to sell with treasured threads. Here you have another concept. You could, again, different kinds of pockets that you can add, whether they're patched on or whether they are just appliqued on a pocket. Oops, jumping ahead. Here I go. And then think of mixed media too with treasured threads. Here you can see just a collage with buttons, an embroidery hoop project. And those were made by Jan Bryan Hunt, who's there with me. You might recognize that red carpet from Quilt Market. And Jan even got into making jewelry with the treasured threads. So you can use every little piece and come up with a way to enjoy it and use it. Here again this is the around the world panel. And Jan is actually wearing a dress that she made and added a pocket there on the side of that dress. It was really fabulous. Home decor. We haven't really talked about home decor. And this product is fabulous for home decor. I've gone to the thrift shop, picked up a frame and reframed some of the art where I've added embroidery. You could do a pillow here. Beautiful stitching on this one. Another option are fabric books. And Rebecca Meyer created this for us recently, which I just think is a beautiful example of mixed media and art quilting with treasure threads. Combining all those treasures that families have. This product is a great way to preserve those family heirlooms, whether you use fabric combined with treasured threads or notions, tools. Another fun idea for the postage stamp retro we came up with was this heart applique. And it all started with this sweatshirt that I had that had a stain on it. So to repair it, I decided why not make a heart out of the treasure threads. And I thought, why not give it away so people can print it off and make it. And whether you use it for treasure threads or another fabric, it's a fun project. And it can be found on my blog at amyberickman.com. And there it is. We added the nice thing about the postage stamp is the slow stitching you can do just following those piecing lines from that fabulous feed sack, those fabulous feed sack prints. There's Kate wearing that. And I took it to another level with adding a couple sizes of hearts. So there's the large, the medium, and the small. You can see the small on the hat, kind of a fun option for you. And again, if you have a hat that has a logo on it that you don't love, put some treasured threads fabric on it and cover it up. And you don't have to send it to the landfill. You can wear it again. And then I love the idea of adding the applique. Let me go back there. Adding the rickrack or trims and notions with your appliques. So I think we're getting down to the end here. And I know I've maybe gone a little longer than I should have, but I hope that I've given you a lot of information, and I will try to go back in the comments if you've asked questions and answer them. I still have 1 or 2 more slides to go, and I didn't know, I'll ask, and I don't know if Mary, if you can see, is there any questions that we need to address, or can I keep going? All right, I'm going to keep going. So here is something to think about. Head over to my blog if you want to look for that little pattern. I even have a video on that blog about the heart and how to make it. This just shows you some of the other posts I have about my wherever wrap, my anytime topper pattern, the fold and go folio. So my blog is a great resource to keep up on, the latest fabrics that we're using with different patterns and any new techniques we come up with. And then I also would encourage you to follow me on Instagram at Amy Berickman Studio and Facebook at Amy Berickman Studio. And then I have a YouTube channel as well, and that's Amy Berickman. So I think those are the places to find me. And let's make sure I can't remember if I have one more slide. I do. Oh, there it is. Okay. So Had to get a shout out to my Chiefs in there. So you can see I'm wearing an Anytime topper in polar fleece and one made out of the vintage blanket. But this is a good point. If you want to collaborate and need images, need copy, need resources and materials for your marketing, I would love to help you. And you can just email me at that amyb@amybarrickman. We have put together folders for shops to access so they can easily market this to their customers and have pictures and inspiration to inspire people to attend your classes or join your demos. So hopefully that helps everybody. And I would also welcome any, if any of you have ideas for me or requests, please email, let me know, and I'll do my best to help. Okay, I'm going to quit talking and I'll let you take back over, Chessa. All right. Are you there?
Thank you so much, Amy. So to wrap up today's live, as we talked about in the beginning, we have the CNT giveaway, stump work, embroidery, and thread painting book from CNT. Again, just a little example of the things you can do with it. We will, I promise, work on whatever audio issues we had today. We just had to start the new year off with something different, right? You do something for so long and it has to stop working. I don't know what to tell you. So you guys, most of you probably know the rules. You must be a Checker customer and you must be a member of Checker's private Facebook group. The giveaway is going to be posted there and you must like the post plus comment with your shop name and location. And you're going to have until 5 p.m. Eastern time this coming Friday to register to win. We're going to throw some other surprise goodies in there, so the winner will just have a surprise when they unbox it. I don't think we have any questions waiting, so we're going to go back in case we did miss anything. I will see you here in a month. We're going to see you on Wednesday, February 21st. Everybody have a lovely Valentine's Day. Thanks so much.